Hey everyone, so in today's video I wanted to jump on here and give you day 4 of 1 week of cream bronzers. You may have already noticed I got bangs. You guys really pushed me to just make the plunge. I commented on my community page and said, should I do bangs? Am I completely crazy for even thinking this? Personally, I still have some sort of weird trauma from 8th grade when I had just blunt, very blunt straight across bangs, and it just never looked good. This time around, I think they turned out a lot better than previous. Most of the bronzers that I'm doing for 1 week of cream bronzers on my channel right now, they were all your recommendations, and I wanted it to be that way for this series. But this one was actually like a poll. I really watched my comments on my announcement video, and this one kept coming up over and over and over. You guys really wanted to see what I thought of this one. And we're reviewing the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer. Maybe my favorite bronzer of all time, at least powder bronzer, is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Physicians Formula obviously has a long history of doing really nice bronzers, so I was really excited to try this one out for you guys. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if it ends up being helpful, and that way I know. The Organic Wear Physicians Formula Sculpting Bronzer, this one retails for between $10 and $12 from what I found. I got mine at Walmart and it was about $10. This comes with 0.3 ounces in here. So I would say it's definitely comparable to other cheek products that I have bought at places like Sephora. So I think the ounces that you get in here isn't bad. It does look a little bit smaller, which is, I was kind of very curious to see how many ounces of product you actually get in here. But you do get a decent amount of product in here. Let's first talk about the packaging. It's very minimal. There's nothing that is really appealing to me other than how small and compact it is, but it's not putting me off by any means. And one thing that I think is important is that top is pretty secure on here, which again is very important to me when I'm thinking about packaging. Is the packaging going to actually protect the product? If you're looking at products like the Becca powders, their highlights, they have very fragile powders, and I know this is kind of random, but the packaging that they have built for those powders, if you drop it, there is a 90% chance that your highlight is going to shatter. In an ideal situation, the packaging would be designed to compensate for that. With the exposed top of this cream bronzer, you definitely want to make sure that this is going to stick on here, and I think that the latch is secure enough to do that. These come in 2 shades. I have the lighter shade, which I believe is Toffee. The shade range isn't the best with this one. The whole idea behind the Organic Wear line is that they're infusing their products with more natural organic oils and different more skincare focused ingredients. This sculpting bronzer does have jojoba oil in it, which I really enjoy, and I really like that they added this oil to it. There are other products they added coconut oil to, which I was not a fan of, but I was so relieved when I found out that there is no coconut oil in here. It's nice that for this price point, you're kind of getting some more elevated ingredients. So let's talk about the formula. This formula reminds me of what I think of when I think of a cream bronzer in a stick form. It is a very basic formula, and that is not a bad thing. The formula is understated. Glide of the product is really nice. I would say the jojoba oil or some of the different ingredients in here gives it a really nice glide if you do want to apply this just straight to the skin. And it gives it a little bit more of a blend. That emollients definitely helps this product go onto the skin. I kind of see the formulation of this product being a cream bronzer that they just added a little bit of oil to kind of give it that slip. Let's jump into the demo so you can see how it applies to my skin. Again, I'm applying the shade Toffee. I love applying this with a sponge from the stick. I do think with this product, just applying it straight to the face, you're not going to get the same sort of blended effect that I've experienced going with the sponge. I just feel like it washes out the color in a really pretty way. And one thing that I like about this pigmentation and this color in particular is you can get a very, very bronzed look with it. And it reminds me kind of the butter bronzer, how you can really build that up and look incredibly bronzed, or you can sheer it out to make it just look like a wash of color. Once applied to the skin, I think this looks really pretty. I do think that this particular product acts differently with different foundations, which definitely takes some trial and error, but I've found that I just feel like sometimes it looks odd when I'm wearing like a super, super sheer foundation. If I'm wearing more of a light to medium coverage, it's completely fine. This formula actually kind of reminds me of what I wished the Huda Beauty Tantour product was. I'll leave that link down below. I just did a review up on that one. But yeah, I think that the formula is definitely solid. It looks really bronzy. It looks healthy on the skin. As for the wear time, it lasts a decent amount of time on my skin. I don't think this is ultra long wearing, but again, if I'm just talking about a full work day, I think it definitely lasts and it won't patch off in a weird way, which is nice. So I have to say, I think it's a really good affordable cream bronzer, especially if you're just looking to start dabbling into cream bronzers. I think this is a really nice option. Might not be ideal for more oily skin types. I also purchased some of the liquid blushes from this line. I'm editing right now. I have no idea why my lens is doing that, but I apologize. Also, look at this painting of a pug I have, and I can hear my other dog crying. This is my life. Anyway. So if you guys want to see a review on those, definitely leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to do that if you guys were actually interested. And if you have any other questions about this product, you know I'm always here in the comments responding to you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next one.